G'day there everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Welcome to today's training session where we're going to be focusing on how we can automate and improve the onboarding process at your organization by using DocuSign and integrating that with Power Automate. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be an onboarding process, but you can take the learnings and the concepts of what we're going to walk through here and apply this to so many different types of situations that are requiring signatures and then some action off the back of that type of process. So what many don't realize is the integration points that DocuSign has inside of Microsoft 365. So we're going to take a look at the different templates that are there out of the box in Power Automate. But what I like to do in these type of sessions is rather than using and starting from those templates, which you are more than welcome to do, and you can customize those to your needs, we're actually just going to build a simple one from scratch so that we go through and you learn the process and learn the concepts behind that. Okay, so we can see here that I'm logged into DocuSign. I've just got a trial account here. I've created an account as Megan inside or with the Microsoft 365 demo account. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to just jump into Power Automate first, and let's have a little bit of a look around. So I'm going to jump into templates first, and in the search templates, we are going to look for DocuSign. And let's have a look at what is there out of the box. And you can see here that we have got a plethora of different options for us to start from. And we can build and expand and just customize these templates if we need to. Now, the simple process that we're going to take a look at here is we're going to be monitoring what's called an envelope that is sent from DocuSign to a new hire. So we're sending out an employee agreement. Once that new employee signs that agreement, we're going to automatically send that person a welcome email and then also add the details to a Microsoft list, which then could be in turn triggering an onboarding process internally. So for example, things like creating an IT account or putting together a welcome pack and things like that can be triggered all off the back of signing an employee agreement. So you can see and start to think about and understand how much time this can save and the process, the automation of those processes, those repetitive things can now become automated and save a hell of a lot of time, reduce the amount of errors and oversight in those processes. So we can see here we've got a stack of different things, right? Now, the one we're going to focus on, we're going to create a cut down version of this. And you can see here that if I open up this send a customized email when a candidate signs their offer document, you can see there's quite a number of steps here, right? So we've got a few connections. We've got connection to Outlook. We've got the approvals because this particular solution requires an approval before an email gets sent out. We've also got DocuSign and we've got notifications. So if I just click on continue, we're going to have a look at how this one is actually set up. So you can see here we've got the trigger, which is monitoring when the envelope status changes, and we can connect our account up and things like that. Because we've got the recipient status as the output, all right, and then is where we're scrolling down this solution here. We've got sending a mobile notification. So if we've got Power Automate installed on our device, then it's going to send us a notification via that. And then we've got an approval process, right? So here we've got an approval process. If it gets approved internally, we then send the recipient a welcome email. All right, so that's there out of the box. We can customize it and remove things and add things if we need to. But in our case, what I want to do is start a new Power Automate flow from scratch. All right, so it's going to be an automated cloud flow. I'm going to skip this and we're just going to go into the authoring canvas straight away. So I'm going to give this a name. So let's call this new hire signature, like so. So we'll name it like that. And then here, I'm just going to search for the DocuSign trigger. All right, and let's have a look at what we've got. So you can see here we've got two different options here. There's some that you'll notice that are deprecated as well, or some that are in preview. But what we want to do here is use this V2 version of when an envelope status changes. So when we select this, now I'm already signed into DocuSign in this browser. So here it's automatically going to pick up the account that I'm signed in as, all right, because we've got that connection also. Now we've got this connect name. Let's call this new hire process. Now the envelope event we want to monitor for is completed. So we can see we can monitor for different events as well. So do something when an envelope is sent, when it's been delivered, when it's been declined or voided. But the action we want to, or the status we want to monitor here is completed. So there we're set up. So every envelope that gets sent now we're going to be monitoring for any completion. So I'm going to go new step. And here, all I'm going to do, I'm not going to worry about approvals or anything like that. You could add an approval process in here if you wanted to, but all I'm going to do here is send an automatic email back to the recipient. I'm not going to export the email. I want to delete that. I've chosen the wrong action here. So we'll go next step. Let's go email and we'll go send an email. We'll go send email V2. This is the one we want, and we want to send it to that person. So you can see here when we click dynamic content, we've got the outputs from the above trigger. Now, obviously the two, I want to send this to the recipient's email. Okay, so the recipient's email is the one that I want to send it to. We could have multiple signatures on this, but in our case, it's only going to be to a single person. So the subject, we're going to say, let's just go welcome board to Contoso. Contoso, and in the body of this email, what we're going to do is let me go get a there, and we'll put the person's name in. So we'll go name and we'll go recipient name. Great to have you as part of the team, and we're just going to leave it like so. All right, so there we go. We're monitoring the envelopes for completed, and then what we're going to do is send that email, the welcome email, to the recipient there. Now we also, what we've got on our intranet, we've also got this list that we're using to do our internal onboarding processes and our tasks and notify people of things that they need to get done. So what we're going to do after we send that email, we're going to add an item to that list. All right, so that means that, again, another step in the process is automated and completed, and again, saving time and making sure that we get things done. So I'm going to choose the create item action here, and it's obviously SharePoint. We want to create the item. Now here we're going to need to select the site, which is the main intranet site here, and then we can choose the actual list that we want to insert an item into. So let's choose employee onboarding. We're going to be presented with the fields here, and then we can put some dynamic content in. So I'm going to go new hire as the title, we need, let's call this account creation, and we'll go for the name. So we'll go recipient's name here, and in the new starter name, because there's an additional field there as well, we're going to just put the recipient's name in. Description, let's just put in a couple more dynamic content items here. So we might pop in the the recipient's email address, because we might need to send the account details to the recipient as well. So we'll pop that in there. Send account, let's go send account details here, and then we can give this a responsible person. Okay, so we might we're going to pop in a different value, a value here. So what we might do is we're going to choose, let's get Alex, right? So I'll just open up Alex's account here somewhere. So what we'll do is I'll jump over here and I'll get Alex's email. So just give me a sec. So we've entered in Alex's email address here. He's going to be the responsible person for the onboarding and for the creation of this account. We should be all set. So we'll just hit save and we'll save this workflow. And then what we need to do is we need to trigger and we need to send an envelope. Okay, so let's jump back into DocuSign and we're going to start now. So let's just start and create a really basic process here. So we're going to upload a document. We might drag and drop it from over here. So let's just fire up File Explorer and we'll drag a document across. We've got a new employee letter awaiting for us. Now we could also template this out. So you could also have a template inside of a SharePoint document library, for example, that you could initiate this type of process on as well. So now we've got it uploaded. Let's add the recipient. So I'm going to put my name in here. So, and we'll go pop my email address in. And we'll enter that. We'll go next, and then we'll pop the signature box at the bottom of this letter. So we'll go drag the signature across. We'll drag the date signed across, and we might even just drag the name across as well. So we'll do 3 options there. So we've got that all set, and then we'll send that off. So now that person is going to receive this email. So let's just open up the email now, and I'll wait for that to come through, and then we'll complete the signature. So here it has come through. So I'll open up the email here. Here it is. So we've got this. We're going to review the document, and then we're going to sign the document. So this is the end user experience here. Again, it's a really simple document. So we've just got one signature field and the name and the date, right? So we're going to scroll down the bottom here. We're going to sign, and we're going to adopt and sign this one, and we are going to finish. So we all are good to go. So we've now completed, we've signed the document. So if I jump back onto Megan's, first of all, her email, what we'll see is we'll see that she gets an email notification from DocuSign that the person has viewed and completed that document. Okay. Now, what will then trigger is if I jump back into this flow, and I'll just jump back on to the history of this, and you can see that this is running. All right. So if I just open this up right now, and we can see the status of where this is at. All right. So it's already completed. So it's run successfully. Now, let me just open up the email here. And what we can see is we've now got an email that has been sent back to the recipient that has said, welcome aboard to Contoso, all automated because it was monitoring for that signature and the completed status of that envelope. Now, if we now jump back onto the list here, and what we might do is just refresh this, and what we will have is a new item in this new list here. Okay, so there we have it. We've got a new item in our list that now can trigger additional workflows and additional onboarding processes internally. All right, so we can just build on that Power Automate flow over and above just sending a welcome email to the recipient or to the new hire. We can then kick off internal processes off the back of that too. So I hope that brings you some value today. That concept can be applied across different types of scenarios that do require electronic signatures. So now we can start to think about how we can automate that type of process as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next session.